Hey, so I figured I'd do a quick little walkthrough of my truck bed camper. So I've got this thing set up in the back of my 81 C10. This majority of the time takes me to like swap meets and stuff. Like there's some local to me, and there's some like up in Dublin, Virginia we do. And most of the time I spend it in the back of that truck camper right there, or spend the night in the back of the truck camper. I mean, even like when I'm in town, it's kind of fun just to spend the night in the back of it, even though I live like 5 miles away from it. So yeah, that's the main reasoning for having it in this. Also, it's kind of cool. I don't know. I picked up this old, what is this thing? I keep forgetting. It's a Stutz. Yeah, it's a Stutz Travatop. If you want to look at that, have at it. I picked this thing up in a junkyard. I put a picture of it right here. It was on the back of some Ford pickup. I'm not a big fan of the Ford, so I don't really know what it was, but I paid like 60 bucks for it. And it's actually in pretty good shape. But yeah, so I guess we'll go and start the tour. So I really like this setup, but there's also a ton of things I'm going to have to change. Not want to change, it's actually I'm going to have to. Down here, this is my toolbox. Since this is an 81 model, I have to use this more than I'd like to admit. But there's some cups, some rope, hammers, coupons. Don't use that. I need to take those out actually, and that kind of just tucks in right here, and it can slide under the bed if I need this for storage or whatever. This is my like go bag. Like it's got toiletry stuff in there. I actually need to take that out because I'm going to Pigeon Forge this weekend. I wanted a spare tire. Also, got my lawn right here. Don't even have to mow it. So yeah, I wanted the spare tire, but this thing's so low. It's lowered, if you couldn't tell, that you can't put this in the factory spot because you just drag it everywhere. So I stuck it right here behind this hubcap. It's like mounted to I guess the bed, like the rail of the bed or whatever right there. This thing. Actually, you can't even see it through there. And I've got some rope right here, so if I like need to tie something down, I can just pop this hubcap off and just tie it to the wheel itself. Behind it, I've got some rags. By rags, I mean socks. Got a trash bag. It's just like, that's kind of the trash corner, to be honest. And I've got 90% of the curtains done for this thing all the way around here. I don't have this back door. You can see where it mounts right here. Because I kind of ran out of material, and to be honest, this was a bedspread I picked up at a thrift store for $2, and then I had my sister, you know, sew it up or whatever with her machine. I don't know how all that works, but I just know she did it. But yeah, that's my curtains. Up here, this is the newest edition. I really like this. I wanted some sort of storage up here, but more than anything, I wanted lights. So if we flip this switch right here, I've got it run off my battery. The truck battery, but with these being LED pod lights, they use no power at all, so I can run these all the time if I want to. They look really good at night. They're kind of like a warm color. This is in one of my recent videos on this thing, so if you go to my channel and scroll down, you'll find it. So this is part of an old shelf. You can actually see these are like the little legs, and these are where you screwed the shelves into. I picked this up at one of those Amazon return stores, and I was like, that's actually a really nice shape. So I made that out of that. It actually looks kind of good, I think. And it's like a really cheap material, but it hasn't warped or anything. And this aluminum bit right here is actually, I'll give you 2 seconds to figure out what that is. I've got it all the way out on the front and on the back too, tying into where the pieces joined. Because the pieces go from like here to there, so. There's 3 pieces making up this whole unit. These metal pieces right here that reinforce this whole thing are actually like part of a picture frame. If you see right here, this is a corner. So like there'd be a little bit of metal that goes in right here and like clamps it to make a right angle. Actually, I have enough of that stuff. I could just about finish this corner and make it look better. But yeah, these are 2 of the big movie poster frames that literally fit perfect in here. And you can see every once in a while I've got a screw that just holds it in there. And it happens all the way down until, you know. I'm actually super proud of how this little bar area turned out. I think it looks really good. And I did it for next to no money. Literally, I've got like $10 in this thing right here. And to hang it from the wall, again, I use more scrap metal. So there's a little right angle bit that goes down to here. I kind of cut this too close because I centered all of these lights, and it just so happened to come in contact with that one. So if you look up here, that one's kind of warped. That's just the way it is, I guess. And there's another one down there. And here I've got more like a piece of metal I bent at a right angle. Yeah, self-tapered into the aluminum. And then with a piece of threaded rod, you can see how I did that all the way down. And there's 3 of those. And you can see my expert wiring that does that. That runs the lights. You're not going to put anything heavy duty up there, but it's good to put some clothes. And you can see right now I've got some umbrellas up there. But most importantly, I just wanted some lightage in this situation. These pod lights were like a really cheap kit for 20 bucks off Amazon. I've got 3 more, so I'm thinking about putting like one in the corner there and one in the corner there as like on a switch as like little corner lights. I think that'd help it a lot in here. Okay, so moving on to this situation. This is just some wood we got out of my grandparents' shed. Like, it was super nasty stuff, but it had this really pretty varnish on it. I didn't do any of this, by the way. This is just how I got it. I literally cleaned it up and stuck it on here. And I think it looks killer. So I got a ton of counter space in there. Oh, a dime. Made some money making this video. So yeah, that's the counter. Originally, my counter was just from here to here. And by the way, if you're interested, literally everything I've done in this camper is on this channel right now. So if you see something you like, you can just go back. Anything and everything I've done is on this. And here's my sink area. I've used this a total of 3 times. Majority of the time that this is used as storage. But I've got a little electric pump that is dying. Actually, it's not. And down here I've got my water storage, which is nothing in it, thankfully. And it just, you can't see it, but it runs into the top there. And this is just meant to go on like the top of like a 5-gallon water jug or whatever, like you get from Lowe's. That's why it's kind of shaped like that. But I've got it mounted back here like that. So I've got just like a circle piece of wood here, and then it's just screwed to the back of it. And then the water hose just goes down into my jug. And this is a brownie pan that I was originally planning on putting a drain in. But I decided not to because underneath here is actually really handy storage. So if I lift this up, I've got my fan right here that I bought from a guy at the swap meet. There's the water hose. Yeah, that thing literally runs all night. I don't know, it's just like a little energy sipper or whatever, but I like it because it kind of looks like a little window unit. But it actually moves some pretty good air. What I usually do is I just prop it up in one of these windows, and because these windows crank out and just get some nice circulation going. It's actually got a little thing right here where if you can put an ice pack in it and it blows cold air in theory. I've never done that. That kind of just sits right there on the wheel well. And down here I've got my lamp, which I usually set up right there, like on my little nightstand area. And yeah, there's the switch for my lights. And you could just put anything you want in there. Like if you got something fragile and you don't want it like just moving everywhere in here, you put it in the sink and you call it a day. And under here, I don't even know what I have under here, to be honest. I've got one of these things that has moved. I've got some plates. I don't even know what that is. And my first aid kit. So that's actually full to the brim and I haven't had to use it just yet. And scooting on down the bed, I've got a pretty old little cooler. Just, you know, just to throw some junk and stuff in there. Like there's the ice packs for my AC thing, or my fan I just showed you, and like a C-clamp. That's kind of like the junk drawer of this thing. And scoot that back. And here I've got a drawer, which my dad helped me build, because drawers are harder to build than I thought they would be. This it's just like a friction fit. Well, on like just some pieces of wood. There's no hinges or anything. Again, I've got that stuff for my dentist, which I have to go to in about an hour. So I can brush my teeth if I need to. toothbrush, and just some random stuff I got from car shows. And I like this little handle thing. It lays flat. It's nice. Under here is where I put my battery box, and I can run my wires behind it. I can just set my lamp and stuff right there, charge my phone. What I use for a battery like that is just like a car jump battery, but it's got an inverter in it too, so it's just like a really small little 12 volt battery box that I can jump my truck off with if I need to and stuff. It's pretty handy. Under here, I've got some motor oil because it burns oil. I've got a jack in case I get a spare tire. And then, get my flashlight. And then all the way back here, you can see it. Right there is my power distribution thingy. Oh, some jumper cables right there too. So everything that I have power hooked to and everything that I plan on having power hooked to goes to that. That is running off my battery too, I should mention. And that just, the main power line just goes, these beds have like a drain hole in the corner. So it goes down to the bottom, runs inside the frame, and then hooked to my battery with a fusible link. Then underneath here, I've just got I got like a sheet under there and what are those things called? A sleeping bag. Then underneath the bed on this side, I've got another tool kit. Oh, there's a pillow underneath there too. And a 4-way lug wrench. So yeah, I really like this setup, but it's gonna have to change. So this mattress right here, I don't have a way, actually I'll get to that. I've got pretty bad asthma. Like it's not debilitating, if you will, but like certain things, you know, make me throw a fit, I guess. I didn't account for, this is, if you call this a camper, this is my first camper. And I didn't account for a way for air to get underneath here, underneath the mattress. So I'm finding a pretty bad mold issue right now, specifically up around there where the windows are. I need to find a way to get air underneath this thing, or like circulating air to just keep the mold from happening. And I'm sure someone's done it before, but I've actually had this idea. Like these patio tiles that, interlocking patio tiles out. It's just plastic and like they allow water to drain through and stuff. I'm thinking about like getting some of those and putting underneath my bed. I'm thinking they're like 1 inch thick, so they wouldn't like cause that much of a headroom issue. And while I'm in there, I know they make a paint that like prevents mildew and stuff. So I think that'd be a wise investment too. Go and paint this whole bed frame. I thought about for a second just getting a cot to go in here, because actually my truck down there, you can see it through the window. I had a little swap meet camping setup set up in the back of that, and I just had a cot and I never had any sort of issues with mold. So I considered a cot, but everyone I've seen has a metal support leg, and that would go right into where my wheel well is over there. And to be honest, this whole setup is not attached to the truck at all. It's attached to itself. So this is attached to that piece in the corner, which is attached to the bed. So if I remove one thing, I'm gonna have to redo everything else. And I think I just need to be able to make this work. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on like killing or keeping mold from happening, shoot it over the comments. And another thing is that it's an old truck camper. This thing's from the 60s or 70s. It doesn't seal off worth a crap, which is a good thing because it allows air to flow and stuff. Like right here, you can see right through. This whole thing just needs to be resealed. And like right here, it's got like a little T-channel that a little piece of vinyl, whatever, is supposed to go over here and just allow water to just go straight down it. That's missing too. I just need to spend a day. Oh, there's a huge hole right here that I patched with a license plate. You ever seen a camper license plate tag? I've never seen one of those before. So I use one of those. But yeah, I plan on making more videos with this thing because things are gonna have to change. I'm still wrapping my mind around what to do about the bed setup. If you have any suggestions on that, let me know. I think the patio tiles is actually a good idea. And part of me just wants to rip that whole bed setup out and just redo it where I never have to worry about this. But so yeah, if you liked anything I just showed you in this, like the whole setup, I think my setup's pretty nice, especially with like the little bar setup. Everything I have built on this or for this or is on this channel. go look at those if you want to, and subscribe, I guess, if you want to, because once again, I'm gonna have to do some work on this, so I might as well record it too. So yeah, thanks for watching.